What's up, guys? Thanks for coming back to another week of my vlog. Today I wanted to go over something that's a little bit more technical when it comes to video, and that is something called B-roll. B-roll is the process. B-roll is any video that's used in your clips to add to the story, to help the story move along. It adds to the narrative without being narration. And there are lots of things that you can do with B-roll. I wanted to go over 3 specific things that you can do to make your B-roll better. To see how B-roll can help progress a story, I suggest checking out some of my other videos up here from just my previous vlogs. So, let's get down to it. Number 1, the first thing that you need to get good B-roll, you need to use the right equipment. You have to understand the purpose of B-roll and how you want to use B-roll. So there are some people who all of the B-roll is like super slow motion and cinematic, like, right? But then there are other people whose B-roll is just kind of like normal and like it moves at a normal pace. So you have to understand what you want when it comes to your B-roll. So when I talk about using the right equipment, this is something that I had to figure out when I started vlogging. So my camera, I'm using the Canon T5i as my primary camera for my vlog, and the highest that it shoots at is at 1080 is only 30 frames per second. So that's not that wouldn't do slow-mo. For anything for slow motion, you need at least 60 frames per second is really ideal. But basically you need slow motion. Let me show you this. My phone, I've got the Galaxy S8, and the Galaxy S8, there you go, so it says FHD 60 FPS. So my phone actually shoots in 60 frames per second, which is awesome. So your phone, and I know the iPhone, more recent iPhones have a slow-mo feature on them, so just be sure that you're using that. Use the slow motion if you want to, if that's something that you think your B-roll that would fit with your style. So make sure that you have the right equipment and make sure that you're using that equipment correctly. Number 2. So the second thing that you can do to get better B-roll is make sure that you're having movement in your B-roll. I've seen clips that are just standing still and things are moving in the frame, but the frame itself, the framing isn't moving. And that, it works, obviously, because people do it, but you're gonna get a lot better, more cinematic B-roll if you are moving along with it. Now, one of the things that people struggle with when it comes to moving their camera, especially in slow motion, is if you're shaky at all while you're moving your camera, it's obviously gonna pick that up. I have this. This is the DJI Osmo Mobile. I love it. I think it's great. Let me just show you really quick how it works. So when I turn this on, this is a motorized gimbal, and so what it does is it keeps my phone super still while I'm moving it around. But I would recommend this if you're looking to get stable footage, especially at slow motion. This is a good option. So for example, this B-roll that I'm about to show you was shot on a camera setup that's worth about $10,000. And this B-roll, which is very similar, was shot on my phone, which was not $10,000. Number 3. Alright, so we talked about it a lot already, but the third thing that you can do to get better B-roll is make sure that your B-roll is contributing to the story. I see a lot of people who just want to get cinematic, really like buttery looking, awesome B-roll, and they want it just because they want it and because it looks good and because they can. And it's great to put something in there that is just like really cinematic, like a sweet drone shot that's flying over an icy lake or something like that. But it has to move the story forward. It has to tell your story. And that's one of the most important things when it comes to making videos just at all, is you have to have a message. And so if you're throwing in these random shots just because they look cool, and it's not contributing to your message, not contributing to your story, then it's just not going to come out like you want it to. And it might look cool, and you think it looks cool, and your friends might think it looks cool, but at the end of the day, it's not adding to your story, and it's not helping your video progress. So if you could do those 3 things: 1, use the right equipment; 2, use movement in your B-roll; and 3, make sure your B-roll contributes to your story, you're going to be set, and you're going to be looking good, and your B-roll is going to be looking better. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next week.